Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We conclude the recital of Asa Ki War today with the recitation of the final pauri, pauri number 24, short, succinct. I will recite it first and then we will talk about the Bani. The recital. Salok Mahalla Pehla Aape Bhanhde Sajian Aape Bhanhde एक ने दूध समाई है एक चुल्हे रहन खड़े एक ने दूध समाई है एक चुल्हे रहन चढ़े एक निहाली पै सवन एक ऊपर रहन खड़े तेना सवारे नानका जिनको नदर करे महला दूजा आपे साजे करे आप जाय भी रखे आप तिस विच जंत उपाय कै देखे थापो थाप किसनो कहिए नानका सब किछ आपे आप पौड़ी वडे किया वडियाइयां किछ कहना कहन न जाय सो करता कादर करीम दे जियां रजक सवाय साई कार कुमावणी तुर छोड़ी तने पाए नानक की बाहरी और दूजी नाही जाय सो करे जैत से रजाय नानक एक की बाहरी और दूजी नाही जाय सो करे जैत से रजाय सुध. So in summing up the Bani, the Guru tells us, Aape Bhanhde Sajian Aape Bhanhde ik ne dudh samaiye ik challe rehan chade. The interesting thing that I find about Bani is that the same word can carry multiple connotations at the same time and yet not contradict each other. So it almost seems to me that at one level, the Guru is talking about a macro level, but there seems to be a parallel process going on at the micro level, at our level. So Aape Bhanhde Sajian Aape Bhanhde, here it talks about the process of creation. Aape, it's self-organizing, self-creating. It creates forms. And it fills them, meaning it fills them with its functionality. So we are part of a self-organizing system, which means we have to organize ourselves as well. We have to manage ourselves. Ikni dudh samaiya ik chulhe rehan chade. Literally, it means some are absorbed in milk while others remain simmering. What that means is that some of us can guide ourselves through Guru wisdom, while others remain caught in the heat of their ego. Ik nihali pੈ savan, ik upar rehan khade, ik nihali, through far-sightedness, pੈ savan, rest in peace, while others quite the opposite. Tinha sabare nanka jinko nadar kare. So we can understand this both ways. Tinha sabare, that creator embellishes, adorns those that he gifts with his compassion. Well, Nadar is also vision, which means that the compassion is always available if only we would develop our vision based on Guru wisdom. So you see, it works in parallel. We can't take the attitude that, oh, there's nothing I have to do because it's all the karta's doing. It is, and yet it is yours because the karta is reflected in you. So you see how this works in tandem. It's very interesting. Then, Aape saje kare aap, jai bhi rakhe aap. This was jant upay kya dekhe thap uthap. Kisno kahiye nanaka sab kichhe aape aap. So who can we speak to? Sab kich aape aap. It is the self everywhere, including in you and me. So where can we go? Where should we look? But at ourselves within. Aape saje kare aap. So we are the ones who have to embellish ourselves. We are the ones that have to protect and sustain ourselves because we've been given the resources, we've been given the intelligence. We are the ones who are part of this eco-diversity. This which jantupai dekhe thaputap. We are witnesses to creation and destruction. So we are part of it, very much agents within it. And the Pauri repeats a similar message. Now the Guru is speaking about the Great One at a macro level. Cannot be described in words. It is unfathomable. But compassion and mercy is its nature. So therefore, we have to line ourselves up. So we have to align our actions, our thinking with the harmony of the universe. That is really what we have to do. But the key here is Nanak eki bahari or duji naheja. Eki bahari. He is in its creation and yet transcends its own creation. So we have to be creative, but be non-attached to our creation. We still have to create with the same joy, live with the same optimism, and yet remain somewhat aloof. That is an art. That is the art of living, of how we live. So that concludes Asa Ki War or Asa Di War as you prefer. And in these 24 pauris, we have noticed the cadence of a var, which literally means an attack, or actually a ballad, a saying, vardat, a witnessing. And so therefore it has a cadence that is circular. But it always begins with gur, knowledge. So the Guru is saying, I am beholden to that source that is within me, Balihari Gur Apne, that can transform me from a mere mortal to a meta-human, to a superhuman. Jin manste devte kiye kartana lagi var. And the remaining pauris have pretty much laid out the course of action for us. And in there, the Guru has touched on the makings of an ideal society. He's touched on themes of untouchability, women, gender, pollution and purity. All these are universal themes. They are not just confined to the Indian frame. He's just used the Brahmin as a trope, if you will. He's not pointing a finger at a Brahmin per se, but he's talking about the attitudes. We are all Brahmins in some ways. So we ought to take this criticism from that perspective and not think that the Guru is singling out any particular caste. He's not. He's simply talking about the attitude, a Brahminical attitude, if you will, that prevents us from mingling, that creates divisions and boundaries. And the way to do that, the way to get rid of these boundaries is Gur wisdom. And the source of Gur wisdom is within yourself. That is perhaps the most radical awakening that a person can experience. To know that you are, or at least you are harboring, that source within you that you're completely unaware of. So let us all wake up. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.